Barrientos. I'm with, sorry, I'll start again. Hi, everyone. It's Cricket Barrientos, Sounds of Autism, and we're here today with our Global International Director and our Director from Pakistan, Dr. Khan and Dr. Nasir Abbasi. And both of these ladies have been working with Sounds of Autism for many, many years. And many months. I should say a year. It hasn't even been a year.
Yeah.
It feels like years. We're working on creating programs through the voices of those that are attending our events. So we would love to meet all of you today. And then we want to ask some questions to you and just get you into collaborating with us on, where do you think the autism population needs to head towards, especially because of the growth rate with 1 in 44 kids now globally. And I'm going to try and take it from there. So thank you.
So I think now it's my turn. The mic.
Dr. Khan froze.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
You go.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, so thank you so much, everybody, for coming. My name is Dr. Khan. I'm a clinical psychologist, psychotherapist, speech and language therapist, and I am working as a social worker and human rights defender. And I am part of many international and national organizations. I have my own institution with the name of Center for Research, Prevention, and Rehabilitation. And currently, I got a very prestigious title, I would say. And the title is, I am now Global International Director for Sound of Autism. And thanks to you, Cricket Barriento, for giving me this opportunity and believing in me. And now I can raise my voice for mental health and autism advocacy, because I'm doing mental health and autism advocacy at the same time. And my main emphasis is always about, we need to understand the fact that those children who have mental health problems, those children who have autism, those children who have ADHD, I'm going to talk a little bit about ADHD also, because we are celebrating, the world is celebrating of Autism Awareness, ADHD Awareness Month. So we will talk a little bit about that also. So the point, I always raise a point that when those children who have ADHD, who have autism, who have behavioral problem, who have learning difficulty, learning disability, when they grow up, they still have those problems, but the problems are more like, it's more like, mental health problem like depression and anxiety. So sometimes even the text says now that those individuals who are coming to us as the with the diagnosis of depression and anxiety, those individuals are undiagnosed ADHD and autistic children. So we have to understand that early intervention is very important, so as mental health is also very important. So we need to consider that fact. And other thing that I would like to say, that we need to consider the fact that there is always a gender difference. Gender difference is always there. The criteria which is set for autism, the criteria which is set for ADHD, that is different for boys and girls. So we need to consider the fact that ADHD is different in girl and in women, and autism is also different in girl and women. So it's true for, I would say, depression and anxiety, because when we look toward mental health, and when we look toward mental health as a global perspective, we need to understand that to break the stigma, to break the stereotype around mental health, we have to talk to each other. We have to do such sessions on daily basis so that it become our usual talk. So people don't say, and one thing that concerns me a lot, that sometimes people say that we get depression, we get anxiety. And by saying that, for them, it's a very normal, usual day thing. But they don't understand that these are very serious problems. And we have to consider those factors, that how we are going to talk about that, and how we are going to take treatment for that, and how we are going to rehabilitate those individuals. Because it does not matter that, it matters that you have depression, it matters that you have anxiety, it matters that you have autism, it matters that you have ADHD or learning disability. Whatever your problem is, you have a personality too. And we have to integrate that personality in the society. We have to integrate those individuals in the society, and we have to go toward inclusion. So from that, I would like to pass my mic to Dr. Shagufta Nasir Abbasi, and I would like you to give your introduction, and for what is your mental health for you. And I would also like you to talk about at-risk and autism community. Yes, you're.
Hello, everyone. I'm working with autistic child, cardiac patient who are autistic and Down syndrome patients. Also, it's for honor me that's I'm working with Madam Cricket as like director, Sound of Autism, and CEO of CRPR, Center for Research, Rehabilitation and Prevention. And we both are founder and Center for Research and Rehabilitation and Prevention, because we thought about mental health of everyone, not a stigma. This is a disease like cardiac disease, kidney disease, heart, or different disease. Same mental health is a disease. We can accept it. We can accept the people. We can treat it. We can handle it. Because there are many children who are suffering with autism. Parents are suffering with depression because of not good handling of autistic child, because they are very difficult kids. They cannot found any good team, good workers. If they found any team for autism, they are working, but they are not working like this is very hard work. It's fulfilled time for therapist, remedial therapists. Every field are involved. That's why parents are parents are facing very tough time. This is a very alarming timing that we cannot understand why. This is very important for understand mental health is important, as well as parents, mother and father, and autistic child's family members also understand not.
Thank you, Dr. Vasi. Good job. Dr. Khan, I would love for you to ask everyone to introduce themselves and just share a little bit about mental health in their minds, the things that they hope to see or wish would be out there supporting our community. And then once we have everybody's information, we'll take a few minutes to just collaborate about that and what we can do to help support creating tools and programs that will benefit everybody from this particular topic. If they have a specific story, share that story. We would love to hear it.
So I would like you to start from you actually, because you share your story very real with us. Like you just say that you have a son who have autism, but you never share your journey. You never share that how it cost your mental health. I would like you to share this thing with us, and I think that is very important, because over here you are our leader, and we look towards you, that how you are conducting yourself, and I know that you are working day and night, and I have seen you are awake at 5 a.m. actually, and whenever I call you, you're always awake. Sometimes you're just sleeping, or even sometimes I remember that I call you and you pick up my call too, when it's midnight in your area. But I would like to share your story with us, so that it gives inspiration to us, to those individuals who are attending this meeting with us today.
So thank you, Dr. Khan. I'm Cricket Barrientos. I'm the founder of Sounds of Autism. Our organization was created in 2011 because today I have a son that's 20 years old, and the journey was very difficult. It was there was a lot of need for resources, support solutions, and just being a mom and supported by other families that were going through the different frustrations that I was going through, trying to find resources for my son, really encouraged me to decide to start this nonprofit. I was in the restaurant industry over 30 years. I ran multiple restaurants, and I was very involved with a lot of businesses, entrepreneurial type things. And I don't share that with you to brag, because who cares about that? When it comes to a child in crisis, that's all you care about as a family. Everybody knows that. I'm speaking to the choir when I talk to all of you about that. My son at 15 was showing signs of severe mental health issues. He had a dinosaur that was living inside of his body from a good dinosaur cartoon. And that dinosaur, every time he ate, would release stink bombs in his body and contaminated his body. So he had to do rituals every day to be able to cleanse his body to eat. And I watched this for over 2 years, 2 months. And after those 2 months, I realized that we needed to get him some help, because all of the things that we were trying were not working. And so we went to work, and we found a hospital that would take him and help him. And unfortunately, he had to take medicine to help him. But today he's 20. In 5 years, he's worked really hard to overcome the stress and anxiety and the OCD and everything he deals with. And some days we have good days, and some days we have bad days. And when the bad days come, we deal with it. And when the good days are there, we celebrate it. So I know that these 15, maybe more children in Pakistan, they've become moms overnight with children that weren't even theirs to begin with, but they felt the need to help and take on the responsibility of raising them and giving them the life, job, and safety skills to integrate into society. And I had the pleasure of getting to see some of these kids and meeting them, and they're amazing children. They're doing a really good job, and they're doing this with limited resources and difficult times and difficult challenges. And I know we all have that, but when it comes to compassion and empathy, it doesn't cost anything to give that to people. That's actually free. Compassion and empathy is something that is inside of you, and you have the need to help others. And so for me, for 11 years of me doing this, I never took a salary. I never took money from the organization. I never even asked for money. My husband and I just took care of all the expenses, because we felt that it was necessary to never make money the reason why we couldn't do it. And today, we're able to help support other countries, other cities, other states, and bring people on to help support families all over the world. So I think we're very blessed to have these two doctors in our lives, and for them to share their journey and bring us on to support. And, I'm always going to be here to help them as we go through this. So we're going to grow all together, ladies, and I'm excited about that. Thank you, and Dr. Khan, for everything you do.
Thank you so much for sharing.
I would love for you to pick the next person, Dr. Khan.
Okay, thank you so much for sharing your story with us, and that was amazing. And never think that whatever you're sharing with us is not valuable. It is always valuable. The information is coming from any side, either it's parents, either it's children, either it's our client. The information is always valuable, and the experiences are valid too. So now I would like to ask from Noma, and she's sitting. She looked like that. She's relaxed whenever she's listening, and she's thinking into every word we are saying.
Our light is gone because our light.
No issue. Yes, Noma, I would like you to talk now and share your experience that how mental health is affecting you.
What?
Okay. Now I would like to introduce yourself, and I would like to share how mental health is important for you.
Okay. Yeah, this is my story that for like 12 years, I was put on strong antipsychotics, and I was diagnosed with bipolar. And it's been like a year that my friend and therapist suggested that she was not actually my therapist. She was just a friend and a therapist. And she said that maybe you got Asperger's. And I tried to search for doctors everywhere in Karachi, and I couldn't get diagnosed properly. And a friend helped me from India, and now I've been diagnosed with ADHD, CPTSD, and borderline personality. And ever since that, it's a relief knowing that I know I am the way I am, and I really like to connect. They seem to be like my family, and that's my story.
That's an amazing story. So how your therapy is going on? I mean, how you see the perspective of mental health now? Because if you look at the Karachi city, Karachi is better in a lot of things. If you look toward the doctors, they have very good institution, they have very good training institution in the Karachi, and they have very good schools and for the children with autism and at risk community. So do you think that if you look toward the other countryside, that in Karachi you're getting you're getting a better help for your problems, whatever you are telling us?
I couldn't find the right therapist or psychiatrist for autism or ADHD in Karachi. Unfortunately, the people here, they are either they are too costly or they are making a fool out of me. They claim to be knowing autism and ADHD, and they really don't. Unfortunately, I could never find the right people. So I'm connected to people in India for therapy and diagnosis.
So, and for how long you're taking therapies?
Therapies, since 12 years, but it wasn't helping. They were giving me CBT, and CBT doesn't work for ADHD at all. So it was a flop idea. Now it's more like talk therapy, hypnosis, intuitive art healing, and Reiki. I've tried several other things, and recently I'm trying homeopathic medicine. I'm just sick of allopathic meds and their side effects, and they seem to be helping.
So thank you for coming to us today. And I remember your last conversation was very amazing. The thing you share about the streaming, and stay tuned with us, because we will like to give us some insight on the streaming, because my perspective might be different, because every person on neurodivergent or autism is different. So we need to see that perspective from your side also. Now I would like you to request Khatija, if you can talk to us and share about yourself and the role you're playing. Either you have somebody in your household who have mental health problem, who have autism, who are at risk, or some other thing that you want to share with us. Can you please talk to us, Khatija?
Okay, hello everyone. Nice to hear from all of you. Actually, I work as a educator in vocational rehabilitation center since last 6 years. So I have so many students with autism, with ADHD, CP, and I've been dealing with them and getting information from everywhere and finding the resources to give the best help I could do. I can give. Right? And I find the parents are the best people to get the A to Z information from. That's why whenever there's a parents meeting or parents webinars or like any meeting, I just join them. So I get the info.
Are you working, by the way?
One thing I would like to say, vocational rehabilitation center, Aga Khan.
Okay, so you're from
Karachi. Is my voice clear?
Yes, yes, it is clear.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I would like to say two things. I don't know the other doctor who said that we should count even the autism and everything like a disease and counted. Autism never counted as a disease.
It's a disorder, actually.
It's not a disease. Actually, I've even done so many courses and especially in autism from online courses. But I've learned I get this as they have thoughts, and I've seen even in my students, many of them, they cannot even talk. They have the problem, the issue, the speech, but still their brain works amazing. Like I have a game of finding what we call it, like matching and things like that. A game just with your memory. It counts. Do you remember what is there in this side, what is there in this side, and it's hidden by you, and then you can find it. Normally, the other students watch it clearly and remember, but they cannot say it. They don't say it, but they react differently. But they are so good, so active. And another one thing, Ma'am Noma Sayed, you've said that there are no such. You did not find such good a place to go for your therapy. I think you can try AKU, because my students, they are going there, changing them. The student, he joined since last 4 years, too good. And he like attends the vocational rehabilitation center, but still he goes to a Khan hospital, AKUH, and he's getting a good treatment from there. It's just a suggestion. I'm not doing advertise, okay?
The one who is in my group, they know that it's not an advertisement policy. But that is a joke. But thank you so much, Khatija, for sharing your story with us and your amazing work. No, the point over here is that, you cannot teach somebody something.
From my students and my experience, if you guys want to know anything, if you want to ask, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for joining us. And I would like you to join us on regular basis.
She's having a problem with her. There it is.
Seems like, yeah.
Can you
I would love to. I would love to. Dr. Anila Khan, I always join you. Actually, I don't talk in the webinars, but I give my messages.
Yeah, that is the point. Because I told in the start that the person looked like familiar, but we did not communicate with each other. And the thing is that, let me give you one other thing. Whenever I'm talking to people, and like, it's not just cricket, I'm talking to a lot of people and worldwide, and they all are saying that we have very good therapists in Pakistan. We have very good professionals in Pakistan. And the thing is that now the situation is changing. But the point is,
yes,
when we talk about autism, when we talk about at-risk community, even when we talk about mental health, one day I read this in some place that autism is not a mental health condition. And I was like, what does that mean even? For mental health condition, you don't need to grow as a depression personality. The thing that, that hamper your daily life functioning, the condition that is going to change your whole day, the one sensory perspective, one sensory event, or one sensory event that is going to give you a meltdown, one sensory event that is going to give you a temper tantrum, it means that your whole day is ruined. So those individuals need help, and they always need help, and everybody needs help. It's not just you and me, it's everybody that they need help. Thank you so much, Khatija. Now I would like to ask with the name of Del, is it you? Yes, Uzma?
I know Dr. Khan's having an issue with her speaker. I apologize.
Yes, I have, I guess. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So I would like to call now with the name of DEL. Is it you, Uzma? Can you talk to us?
I think it's Angelo.
Okay. but there's some other person with a name, with the name is coming as Dell, D-E-L-L, Dell. Okay, we get, Adhd, we would like you to talk. I think Adhd can talk to us.
And just so you're aware, Angelo is working with Sounds of Autism in the United States, and he is helping us with large events that we'll be seeing. So we invited him today to listen in, but he may be working, so I don't know if he'll be able to talk or not, but we wanted to welcome him and say thank you for participating. You guys will get to know him a little bit more as we move forward on this journey.
Hi, Cricket. I'm available. Hi, everyone. How are you guys?
Yeah, good. How are you?
Thank you, Angelo.
I am working, but I was able to tune in. So yeah, a quick introduction. Hello, a quick introduction of myself. My name is Angelo Villalobos. I am currently new to Arizona. I just moved here from Chicago after 31 years. I was born in Peru, and the main purpose of me wanting to join this amazing cause is just it's always been in the back of my mind how to help people and how to be involved in my community. And I have done this in the past in Chicago, not necessarily for the autism cause, but I am willing and looking forward to working with Cricket on this and helping out. I do have a strong sales and customer service background, and I've dealt with vendors in the past and just arranging big festivals or carnivals, you may say, in Chicago. That's like really huge in the summer. And there's like back-to-back events every weekend for almost the whole duration of the summer, where I was able to be involved in helping with the vendor setup and doing security for the festivals and just overall the whole operation of the festival and getting everything in place, from like the gates to the vendors to electricity to stage setup, making sure that the proper security of the premises is on lock for everyone to come and enjoy the festival. So I am very excited to be able to join something like this and hopefully make this something full time for myself, where I could make a difference in not only my community but everywhere that this great cause is involved in.
Thank you, Angelo. It's nice meeting you virtually, and hopefully we'll eventually, I am going back to Chicago the 13th through the 23rd, so hopefully we'll get to meet before or after I leave.
Yeah, actually, I'll be in Chicago from the 19th to the 23rd because my wife is graduating, so her bachelor's in HR, so I am looking forward to that time back home and seeing family as well. So
that's awesome. Well, nice meeting you, and thank you. And I know you're going to attend our meeting with Gila River. If you can make it, that would be awesome. There's a lot of positive things coming our way. And just hearing from all of you about the mental health side of things, and I'm sure Angelo understands the importance of this, especially after COVID. This is a topic that people tend not to talk about, and when they don't talk about it and they get to the point where they need the most help, that's when, first responders are, called in, or the educational leaders start seeing kids drop off and, end up getting into fights, or they just don't show up, or there's, domestic violence happening at home. There's a lot of things that occur because of mental health that goes in a very negative direction very quickly. So I think the biggest thing that we talked about is Sounds of Autism focuses on autism, but we also focus on the at-risk population. And that can mean anybody from severe mental health, any disability, domestic violence, human trafficking, and dementia. And all of those topics are things that we know many of the autism population end up in because of misunderstood, misdiagnosed, or they're just denied the ability to have a voice, to speak about, the things that bother them. And, you had asked, I'm going to say this wrong, but Khadija, if that's correct, or Khadija, you had mentioned, that autism is not a disease. You are absolutely right. It is actually complete opposite. Autism brings out a power in the ability of the mind that many people miss because of the stigma of autism. And so, you know, we really want to change that. And I work very closely with a lot of the autism populations to teach them to go to the highest level of their potential. And, you know, sometimes we push and they don't want to go that far. They would rather use this as a disability on their own, because then they don't have to push, they don't have to work hard, you know, but all of us have to work hard and all of us know that. So, you know, you see people like Dr. Khan, Dr. Abbasi, you know, going to this level of human compassion and humanity to help out people that are considered at risk. And nobody's asked them to do that. They've just done that out of the kindness of their hearts because they know it's the right thing to do. And I think, you know, just like Angelo, he gives back to his community. He has the ability, you know, to give back. And so he's choosing to do that and make a difference. And I think we just have to find more and more people that are willing to do that. And sometimes you just have to ask and they will. So thank you guys for participating today. And Dr. Khan, I'm going to let you do the closing remarks, but, you know, just sharing a little bit about, you know, our future and where we're headed with these types of presentations. I know we're going every other Monday at night and every other Tuesday in the daytime, because we feel that it's very important to do these types of virtual trainings. Even if people don't attend, we can share them on social media and we can set them on our digital library so that people can go to YouTube under Sounds of Autism, under quotes, and see all these types of presentations to get the help that they need 24/7. So even when people are sleeping, there's people that can go and change the language and listen to these types of presentations and find the support that they might need in the middle of the night. So thank you guys for all attending today. And I look forward to continuing on this journey with all of you.
Can you hear me now? I'm sure I'm audible, I'm hearable to everyone, beside my problem with the internet. Okay. So the thing is that I would like to share a few things with you people and our few things that, yes, you are very much right, like Cricket said and Khatija was saying that it's not even about diagnosis. You know, sometimes people will use that diagnosis as a excuse. Like we both are working with few people and they start using that diagnosis as excuse that is excuse to our few things not doing that. That is excuse because we have sensory overload and we are not doing certain things. Same is true for sometimes people with depression and anxiety. When they come to us and whenever we are giving them homework, then they say that we cannot do something. Today we are not feeling well, so we are not going to attend this meeting or we are not going to attend the session. But the point over here is that at that moment, you need to go toward the confrontation stage. Like Cricket told you that you have to push the limit of those individuals. We have to give opportunity to everyone around us and we have to show them support. Like we all are showing support to those individuals who are coming to us. We are supporting them. We are giving them a platform. We are asking them to work with us and we are asking them to bring idea to us. And with a very positive note. Over here, we don't want people to push each other or saying negative remarks, but we want everybody to understand that those individuals exist everywhere. And like the topic of this year for mental health day was make mental health a global priority. And I think that after COVID-19, you're very much right, people are not talking about that, but like Dr. Abbasi was also having a COVID and she was having a very severe attack of COVID, and that she's still facing the repercussion of those COVID. And I was working with a lot of patients who have depression and anxiety, and in COVID, that situation came up. Like the depression and anxiety were deposited in their own life. They never knew that because everybody had.
I was in COVID smiling.
Yeah.
I was in COVID very positive, smiling, laughing. My physician, Jana Shadia, was said me, I'm very impressed. You have very severe COVID and you are smiling. How can you do? I said, I'm working with COVID patients. My pulse was 42. My heartbeat was very high, palpitation. And many times my palpitation is not. It is very difficult time for others, not for mine. I was enjoying with my disease. Allah save us, God save us, everyone.
And the thing was that I was with her all the time as she was
Dr.
having
Anila,
COVID. I
remind,
was with
she
her.
call me all the time.
You know, I was sitting with her all the time. You know, she was having COVID and I was there with her all the time because we were, at that time we were establishing our institution in Rawalpindi, like Center for Research, Rehabilitation and Prevention. We were establishing those institutions and we have
We
to
are working.
on daily basis and we have to buy things for our institution. So like she's saying that a lot of individual depression and anxiety.
We are crazy.
Yeah, they're crazy. So a lot of people, depression and anxiety came out in that time period, in the COVID time period, and still we all know that Pakistan is in the disaster mode right now. Everybody know that we went through a flood, and that is the situation is not getting better. It is getting worse because now winter is coming, and for those individuals, the life is going to get very difficult. But the irony is that nobody is talking about that. Nobody is talking about the rehabilitation perspective of the children. We are getting a lot of calls from families. We are getting a lot of calls from institutions. Please take our children and give them education. But the thing is that we have limited resources. We don't have that much resources that to take in those children. But people are not thinking about rehabilitation perspective. They are not thinking about how they're going to rehabilitate the families, how they're going to work with the women who are pregnant, who are going to get into that time period and giving birth to a child. So nobody's talking about that. And I don't know, all of a sudden the perspective is changed now. People are not talking about that. People should talk about that. People should talk about mental health. And what I would like to say is, and I would like to ask you all of your opinion also, like 2 or 3 sentences about that. What we can do about awareness of mental health? Well, what we can do about awareness of depression, awareness of anxiety, awareness of autism, awareness of intellectual disabilities, awareness of risk, what is at-risk community. And we never talked about children who have behavior problem. We have to talk about those children who have behavior problems. We have to talk about those children who have intellectual disabilities, and we have to talk about those children who have learning disabilities and difficulty, because those are the same children who are going to affected from every kind of situation. And those are the children who are getting bullied in the school, and those are the children who are taking the drugs even in very younger age. So we have to talk about those things. But what I think is that, and I would like to take opinion of everyone on this perspective, that we have to have a mandatory class in every school on regular basis, from class 1 to university, even in PhD, that what is mental health, why mental health is important, what are the indicators of mental health, what is suicide, what is suicide ideation, what is depression, what are the basic, or you could say common or big sign that you can look toward and start noticing those signs, so that you take your loved one to the proper health. If you see sign in somebody who have autism, who have ADHD, why not start early intervention on those children? So I would like to take opinion of everyone that what we can do. I would like to ask you, Cricket, from first, that what we can do to create awareness in the society about mental health. 1 or 2 sentences.
I think for me specifically, just continuing to find people in the community that are willing to help bring awareness, because we cannot do this by ourselves. We're one voice, and with the time that you have in a day to do everything that we're doing, it's hard to get that information out there. But we have teachers, we have responders, we have community leaders, we have people in the business world that talk to people every day, and just being able to share that there's an organization out there that can support these types of things is super important to us. Like I said, it's not really an initiative, it's a movement now, because it's so important. There's so many people that are ending up in the wrong side of things, where we have drug overdose, homelessness, joblessness, domestic violence, human trafficking. All those things are happening, which are all negative things, because people are unaware of the things that are happening out in the world. So I think we have to be a little bit more conscious of just sharing the information and bringing awareness to it as best as we can, group, and continue to build this movement and the people that you have around you to help support you with these types of things.
Thank you so much for your message. That was amazing. Now I would like to request Dr. Shugufta to give her suggestion about raising awareness about mental health and at-risk community.
We can plan time and we can discuss on it. Time, date, or any topic.
So basically, you're talking about. I think she's saying that we have to have such session like the one we are doing right now on regular basis. And yes, we have all the things planned in regular basis. And those who have provided us email, we will email our all the schedule. And at the end, I would share the more detail about that. Now, I would like to request Khatija, can you please open your mic and discuss or give us few suggestions about the perspective of mental health and how we can raise awareness about psychological problems, children problems, and domestic violence and problems like that.
Yeah, actually, there is one thing. We always discuss about this points, and we create the awareness, and which is good because people need awareness. If they have the awareness, then they can think about it and build more options for it. But one thing, we are not giving them the options. See, even the schools or everywhere, they hide the child. I don't know why. If a normal student, if he performs some dance activity or anything, the clip is so clear on WhatsApp, on Facebook, and everywhere. And they just hide the face. Why? If we are not going to accept them, how they are going to build their own personality? And first of all, the parents, if they are not going to accept the reality, they cannot convince the child to grow up and find the proper place to say, okay, here I am. How can he say that? You are, while he is child, you are hiding his face. When that child will be big and see the clip, don't you think he would ask why my face is hidden? Why my brother's face is not hidden? Unfortunately, this was one thing. Second thing, like we talk about creating more place for those children with autism, and so that they attend the school with everyone, with the normal people, with normal students, everyone. But they face so many problems. They face bullying. Why? Because those students, they don't have any idea about what is autism. And because they are in an age that they count themselves, we have a power, so we react like this. It's a big problem. So if those children, since childhood, if there is one topic, simple one, like in class 6 or 7 in our school, Pakistan school, they start a compulsory topic about autism, about ADHD, about those people, they are here to be with us. They are as normal as you are. They only need some space. They need some help. You provide it. You provide it if you know, definitely if they have a knowledge, and they are too small to get the knowledge unless and until the teacher provided for them. So unfortunately, even many teachers, they don't even have an idea. I give you myself. I was working in a normal school, in PCHS girls school, and I was not working in a vocational rehabilitation center. I don't know how I joined there, and then I got attached with those children and started my studies from beginning, from zero. I started studying, and I found that they need to be they need to be recognized. They need to be recognized. They should not be hidden. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. Please, Dr. Anila, it's okay. You can tell me just to stop, and I will stop.
No,
Actually, I'm getting a chance. And I feel like I wanted to talk since such a long time and say it.
We have a platform for that actually.
Yeah.
This platform is open.
Thank you.
can contact me, and we will always add you in those meetings. This is the reason we are doing these things. You know that my support.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. I deeply appreciate this form.
The issue you're describing is everywhere. It's not just in Pakistan. It's not just in the United States. It's everywhere. And you are absolutely right. A lot of these countries, they're calling because, you know, these kids are being left on the street while mom and dad go to work, and then they you know, get them off the street when they come home, and then they might feed them. Like it's really bad. But you are absolutely right, because what's going to happen is they're going to pull them away from typical society, and when they get to an adult age where they're able to live independent or on their own, they don't even know where to begin to integrate into a society they've never met or ever seen, and society is never going to be able to accept them because they don't know what they're looking at. So we have to remain unified. We have to remain as a unified community where our educational leaders, our police departments, our community, and our at-risk and autism populations work together to support these populations so that they have the ability to be a part of society. And if those things aren't happening, then we need to figure out a way to accommodate that, because all we're doing is we're masking the problem that is going to be bigger and crazier as we all grow older. And as you said, Khadija, I hope I say it right, Khadija, you said that, you know, these kids have the ability to have so much more, offer so much more if society would just accept that. And that's the truth. And I feel like we're missing out on the next musicians, the next scientists, the next doctors, and all of those people because of the stigma. And it just has to go away. So I agree. And I'm glad you're using your voice and not afraid to say that on this open forum.
Thank you so much. Deeply appreciate. Thank you. Actually, I went to Texas, and there my sister lived there, and I went to my sister's son's school, and in his school there was a child with the ADHD, and he was joining them, and those children, even those kids, I went to them and I said, "You are going to play with them?" He replied so politely and such a sweet way. I was really touched. He said, "Yes, why not? He needs me as much as I need him." And he was a kid, and he answered this way. This begins even in Pakistan, inshallah. Right, Dr. Anila?
Yes. We are there to advocate for those children. always. Thank you so much. And I love the way you describe everything. And that is amazing that we are providing and we're creating a platform for those parents, those professionals, those adults who want to have a voice. And that is the reason I'm doing we are doing support group in Urdu and English, both language, so that if somebody cannot speak in English, they can come and they can speak in Urdu. And even I'm trying to do something more also. So now I would like to request Anglo, can you please open your mic and give us your opinion about how we can work or how we can promote mental health and work for autism and work for at-risk community. I think it's working. Noma, can you please give your opinion? I think there's one other person I will not talk to her. It is Azika. Okay, no, Noma, please you open your mic. Then I will request Azika to talk.
One thing that mental health awareness is lacking because it's such a stigma, such a taboo. If I write it on my status that I was depressed, everybody will be like, "Oh my gosh, she's depressed," and it's like a big deal. I mean, everyone goes through depression, everyone goes through sadness and negative emotions, but we don't talk about it. It's a taboo and it's big deal. People think in Pakistan or even in Western world also, people think that if someone is having mental health issues, it seems that they are crazy, you know. So that should be worked upon. And I totally agree with Khatija that special kids should be included in as much as every other kid in the society. And I agree with Anila when she said that it should be taught from grade 1, because if it was taught, I would have known why I am the way I am, and I wouldn't be struggling at age 42 because of it.
So yes, you're right, Cricket. We are a little bit over time, but when people find a voice for the first time, maybe, so it's their moment and they want to talk. And the thing is that we try to give that platform for everyone, but the thing is that people don't believe people right now, because wherever they go, the information is not right. They just want an audience, but they don't give them a voice. They don't want them to talk to them. They don't want to raise their voice, but they're just talking to each other, or they're just talking to each other, that they're talking about themselves. But I think in this platform we want everybody to talk about each other. And I think we are over time, but I would like to request, there's another individual in our Azika. Can you please open your mic and talk to us? Azika, can you hear me? Can you please open your mic? Or you can, if you cannot open your mic, you can give your message in the chat. Okay, so
Delhi is also here.
yes, Del is here, but okay. If it's he or she, can you please talk to us?
I think that might be the name of their companies.
Yeah, mobile or laptop company, actually.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it you, Yasmin? Yep. Is it you? If it's you, if it's you, Yasmin, please raise your hand. Okay. It's okay. No issue with that. Next time the person will talk. No issue with that. I'm sure.
Is it my name that you are calling Azika?
Okay, Azika.
My name is Isiaka.
Isiaka.
Isiaka, okay?
Yes. Okay, yes, I have a child on the, my son is on the autism spectrum. He's already 22 years old now. And he was diagnosed 20 years ago when he was about 2 years old. Then
I think they're having issue with the
hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello. Yes, I said, personally, I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder. In 1992.
Maybe we will want her to, Isiaka, if you could type in your chat, maybe we would have your information and we could help read that for you, because we are having a technical difficulty right now.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming. Okay, somebody join us with the name of who joined us recently? I think I saw somebody and now they're gone. This technology.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you like to say something, Cricket, so that I should start giving the closing remark?
Yes. So we just want to say thank you for everybody joining us today, allowing us to go a little over time. Hearing your voice and understanding what people are dealing with on a day-to-day basis is super important to us. We want to be able to address these issues, because if you are sharing that, there's more likely many parents out there that are dealing with the same thing, or if there's teachers, responders, community leaders, families that have a voice but they don't share that, this is something that you could bring to us through them, and we encourage that. So please continue to meet up with us on a weekly basis. We will be putting this out on Facebook. If you're interested in getting on our email blast, we do that once a month. We can share a newsletter, newscast, anything like that. So thank you, and go ahead, Dr. Khan.
So I would like to say thank you to everyone. And today we try to raise our voice about mental health. And like we all know that we have a mental health awareness day yesterday, but we try to celebrate it globally because the topic was make mental health a global priority. And by doing this discussion, we try to raise our voice. And I'm so happy that everybody talk to us, everybody give their valuable opinion. And it was more like a panel kind of discussion where we make sure that it's not about title, it's not about that you're having some kind of educational background and you have to have that degree to talk to us. It's never like that. Whatever you are saying to us, everything is valid, and we value whatever you are talking to us, whatever you are saying, and we support your opinion. Support your opinion in the sense we respect your opinion, because everybody is respectable. Either those opinion coming from everybody's side, we comply to those opinion or not, but even then we respect those opinions. So thank you so much everybody for coming, and our next event will be on next Tuesday, and the timing will be the same. If I'm not wrong, the timing will be the same at 10 p.m. and the topic will be about IEP, Individualized Education Plan. And over there we will try to talk about the aspect if somebody is trying to go from Pakistan or other country to Europe or to America or to US. America or US is the same. If they are going there, what they can do about their child, how they can plan the IEP, and what should they keep in their mind to go toward IEP meeting. So what resources they required, what are the checklists. We will try to share that checklist with you also, that they need that checklist to go through that thing, and they are aware of the meetings, they are aware of the right of their child, because over here we are trying to empower the parents and we are trying to empower the child as well. So we are on this platform, we are trying to give a voice to child and adult also. So Isaka, she said that I am 22 years old and was diagnosed with autism 20 years old. I was diagnosed with bipolar affective disorder in 1922. Thank you so much, Isaka, for coming today, and we would like you to come to our other meeting. And that's all for our side. And please stay with us, keep supporting us, keep supporting our mission. And our mission is raise voice, unite, one city at a time, one unit at a time. I guess if I'm not pronouncing that wrong. One city, one unit at a time. So talk to us if you have any kind of problem, if you know somebody who have autism, who is child, who is adult, and they want any kind of support, because we are into the process of developing a lot of curriculums that include the problems of girls, problem of boy, and problem of adults. Thank you so much everyone for joining us today, and that's all from our side. Bye. See you in the next session.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Bye.